welcome to another episode of Beer for Breakfast ABV. I am Danielle from The Moog Show on 91X. As always, I have my beer drinking partner in crime with me, Paul Segura from Karl Strauss. And today we've got a new brewery in San Diego, Kairoa Brewing Company. We've got Joe, brewer as well as co-founder, and Nicole, beer tender extraordinaire. You might recognize Nicole. She was here a couple weeks ago with Pink Boots. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Good to have you guys.
Thanks for having us.
We threw a pre-funk. And we had the She'll Be Right Pale Ale. Tell me a little bit about this.
So it's a pale ale with mosaic forward, pretty straightforward base malt, just Maris Otter, a little bit of Munich Type 1, and then just a lot of mosaic.
That's a good beer.
I like it. It's very clean. I think the Munich just pops out of this. You get that sort of slightly melanoid-y, tannic, but you get a lot of toast.
Yeah, it's a little malt character without using crystal malt, basically. It's kind of what we're going for on this.
And the mosaics are kind of poking through a little bit in the finish.
Yeah, and there's some Southern Cross mixed in there too. So it's just heavy late edition Southern Cross, which is a New Zealand hop.
When you taste the Southern Cross for the first time.
So if you don't know much about Kairoa yet, you might surmise a couple of things starting now. So you are from New Zealand.
Yeah, so I'm originally from Christchurch. I moved to the U.S. when I was 10. So that's where the New Zealand thing comes from.
You still have a lot of family there?
Yeah, so still have a lot of family there. And then Shannon, who's our business partner as well, he's also from New Zealand. He owns Red House Pizza next door to us.
Nice. Okay.
So, what does Kairoa mean, or what is it?
So it's like Kairoa is the combination of two towns in New Zealand that our families are originally from. So one is Kaikoura and the other one is Akaroa.
Cool.
They're kind of coastal farming towns.
Right on.
So how many people do you have come in and they're like, Kai,
Just
Ka?
every
How many
single
people a day?
every single one of them.
confusing.
All of them. It's pretty phonetic though if you
Well, and once you
sound
figure
it
it out, it's the coolest name.
It's more the beer names that people get completely wrong.
Well, I don't think that you can completely get this one wrong. We're moving on to the next one, the Back Paddock. It's a New Zealand Pilsner.
Yeah, so
Smell this.
So in New Zealand, craft beer is really popular too, and Pilsner is a staple of most craft breweries in New Zealand. So it's kind of like the pale ale of the U.S. So where you have like the Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. In New Zealand, you have the New Zealand style Pilsner.
That's clean.
It's essentially like a German style Pilsner, but with all New Zealand hops.
This is beautiful, man.
Thanks.
It's got a melony character or something, like a honeydew.
Yeah, a little bit of lemon lime kind of character too that I
wow.
get from it, which
This is solid.
It's hopped with Wakatu and also
Motueka.
Motueka. Beautiful hop.
Yeah, so
you get a lot of citrusy character.
Oh, and just the clarity too. This is beautiful.
yeah, and it's unfiltered, so
Really?
but it's still pretty clear, yeah.
What?
It's super bright.
Yeah.
You must find the heck out of it.
Yeah, we find it. Plus, we also lager it for
that
about 4
helps.
weeks.
Yeah.
And this is pretty similar to what you would get in New Zealand. If you were to get a New Zealand style Pilsner down there, it'd be very similar to this.
Well, I mean, you guys
are lucky.
I was going to
Got
say,
the
you guys
good
have
hops.
all the good hops. You
Yeah,
have the
they
best
do.
hops down there in New Zealand.
Well, it's funny. You go down there, and all they want is Citra and Mosaic and all
Really?
all the American
Oh, what a
hops.
shame.
I know that they don't know.
It's
We
okay,
need to
send us
set up a trade or
all
something.
of your hops. It's fine.
Right. Full
Citra and
exchange.
Mosaic and all of that are good, but the hops, we're all trying to get New Zealand hops over
Yeah.
here.
Well, there's a lot of varieties too, a lot of new varieties coming out, and they're developing new varieties all the time. So it'll be interesting to see in the future what comes out of there.
So somebody was telling me that I think the reason New Zealand is a great hop growing region is because it's equidistant from the equator as like the Napa Valley and Willamette Valley.
Yeah, it's similar in just volcanic soil, and frankly, pretty much anything grows really well in that region.
Paul's dropping all kinds of knowledge. Look at you. I
I'm
was
a
like,
beer nerd.
wow.
It's my job to nerd out on this kind of stuff.
And at the brew pub, we have a couple of New Zealand wines too. Because obviously there's some really good wine from there as well.
Yeah, so let's talk about the brew pub a little bit and what there is to expect when you go. Because when did Kairoa open?
Late January.
Okay, so we've got
Just a
about
couple months.
3 months.
Yeah,
Welcome to the neighborhood. How's it
Yeah.
going? What's going on in the pub?
it's going well. We're really busy Friday through Sunday, and we're working on things throughout the week. Like on Monday, we have all-day happy hour.
Ooh,
So
I
$5
like that.
beers. We have
Wow.
some really good food specials. We have a smoker, so we do smoked lamb. It's kind of a lamb barbacoa.
Oh, that sounds really good.
So we do lamb tacos too for $5 on Mondays. Those are really good. And then we have a lot of like kind of fish dishes.
Not on Taco Tuesdays?
No,
They don't have Taco Tuesday in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Come on,
Come
Paul.
on, sorry.
we
You
have
can
it.
get the lamb tacos any day,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
not the special. That's a Monday
All right.
special, and our regular happy hour Monday through Friday, 4 to 6.
Great patio.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So the patio at Kairoa, it's on the second floor, and so you've got this awesome view of Park Boulevard. Sometimes I like to be a little creepy and look in. now that you can see inside of Small Bar, I like
Is
to be
it creepy?
creepy and just watch
It's
people.
part of the view.
It's not creepy.
I just sit there and watch. I'm like, oh,
People watching's fun.
it's that person. But it's like the perfect people watching spot, and it's dog friendly, so you can bring your dog on the patio at Kairoa.
Super family friendly too.
I would crush a lot of these on that patio
Yeah, that's
with the lamb tacos.
that's the beer we're
If
making.
you guys
all the
haven't
time.
done this yet, what are you doing with your life?
Messing up,
Yeah.
Gotta do
basically,
this,
in a
right?
Okay,
nutshell.
summer is
Put it on your
coming,
bucket
and
list.
we're gonna have like a sunscreen station. We're prepared. for people to-
Sunscreen station.
We don't want people to get burned.
That
we
is
want you to be able to come and
amazing.
enjoy some beer and be safe. We're looking out.
Great. Then I won't have to wear my hat. Get my head sunburned.
So we are in a bit of a budget, and we have to reuse our glasses. I know.
That's all right.
It's
We can do it.
it's
All right,
it's
we got
fine.
this.
Slam your beer. So we're on to the next one, the cheeky bugga. Cheeky bugga. That is so fun. That is so fun.
Is a bugger like a person, like a booger?
Like a booger.
We do get that sometimes, though.
It's a cheeky bug is just someone that's kind of facetious or kind of I don't know. It could be used in different ways.
Is it a nice way of not calling somebody an asshole?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Just
You're being,
I was like,
you're being cheeky. You're not quite being an asshole, but
Okay.
you're
Yeah.
close.
we're
cheeky.
getting there.
Yeah,
We're
kinda like me.
scooching up against the line.
Exactly.
Probably
yeah.
would happen after 1 or 2 of them.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's get
Cheers to this
cheeky,
one.
guys.
Let's get
Cheers.
cheeky. Cheers. This one smells
Ooh.
really clean.
So
There's
this,
definitely the funk.
Actually,
Get
now,
in the
now I
funk.
get some fruit. Actually, I get some phenolic coming through, some white pepper and some.
yeah, that's from the
Belgian.
yeast. So it's all German malt. It's all Weyermann malt. A lot of Pilsner malt, and then it's fermented with a Belgian yeast strain, but at a lower temperature. So we ferment it at like 66, 68.
Ooh,
So
this is good.
That is good.
This tastes like the harlot from Society, but with a little more flavor,
yeah,
like
it's
a little more phenolic.
Look at that, yeah.
Yeah, I can see that totally.
probably a little less bitter, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is probably more of a blonde, kind of more towards the blonde as opposed to like a pale.
All right, so this is a truer Belgian blonde. I think theirs is kind of a half between a Pilsner and a Belgian blonde. Yours is
Yeah.
a true Belgian blonde.
Yeah, that's kind
This is
of
really good.
just light, easy to drink, 4.8%. So.
Dude, you got to enter this in competitions.
Yeah.
You're gonna take some medals with this, man.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, we plan
Don't
on it.
hold back.
We're just getting up and going, so we're starting to do a little distribution around town now.
It seems to me you've ironed out the kinks with the beers. Everything we've had so far is really good.
Well, and that's because Joe's not a new brewer either.
What's your
So-
background, Joe?
So I started working at Lightning Brewery in 2006
Oh yeah.
With Jim Crute.
with Jim. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I worked there for 10 years actually, and then after that I went and worked at Bitter Brothers for 2 years.
Hey, we know Bitter
Well,
Brothers.
no wonder your beers are so good.
All right. It's all coming together. It's all making
All right,
sense.
yeah.
Yeah, I also built a brewery in my garage and brewed every week while I was working for the last 5 or 6 years. So.
All right. Here we go. Okay.
Okay, all right.
He's kind of
This
been
is-
holding out on us.
That's how I feel right now. I kind of feel like he's like the sniper. you
Yeah,
know?
right. He came in here all calm
very
and everything.
unassuming, and it's like, oh well, come from the pedigree.
Yeah. Gotta do what you gotta do.
I mean, it's really hard for new breweries sometimes to take it from home brewing level to professional because it's not the same. Nothing is the same
Right.
about
Oh
that.
yeah.
So a lot of new places when they open, they struggle for about a year because you're sourcing your ingredients is totally different
Yeah.
and just everything. So that's why our beers are really good.
So as beer tenders extraordinaire, it's not a hard job for you at Kairoa to like
No.
put beers in front of people and stoke
Absolutely
them
not.
out.
Makes awesome beer.
Yeah, this I got into craft beer because of Belgians. When I first started drinking craft beer, I just could not handle the bitter. I could not handle the IPAs, the pale. It was too much. But I wanted to train myself, and I got in with Belgians, and it always holds like a little special place in my heart for a Belgian, because I think that it is one of those styles that can really get somebody into craft beer that they don't necessarily want. They don't necessarily want a lager, or something really like that. They want something with a lot of flavor behind it, and
Right.
that's totally what you're getting.
It's a lot of character in this beer, and it's what,
Yeah.
4.8%.
So it's
Oh, yeah.
easy to drink. We sell a lot of this. I was actually surprised at how well this beer sold. For people that want a light beer, it's not too Belgian-y. Some people claim they don't like Belgian beer because it's
Right.
too phenolic and
Right.
it's too like a little in your face. So this is kind of mellow
And we have a different version of this on tap right now too.
Oh, what's different about it?
It's the sneaky bugger.
What's the sneaky
sneaky
bugger?
bugger.
So it's just an American yeast strain, right?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same beer, but with an American yeast strain. So it's very similar, but it doesn't have any of that Belgian characteristic that you get from
See,
this.
I feel like I'm the cheeky. I feel like you're the sneaky.
What? That hurts
Oh,
my
would you
feelings.
prefer to be the cheeky?
I
You
feel
can
like
take
I'm-
the cheeky if you want
I
it.
think I'm the cheeky.
All right, well then fine.
So the Wireman malts you use, having an American strain would allow them to really
Yeah,
showcase
exactly. A lot of
themselves, right?
Pilsner malt,
Is that your intent there?
90-minute boil. I think it just produces a really clean malt profile, and just tiny little bit of Carahel in there.
Yeah.
Tiny
Give
little
us
bit
some
of
like bready and
tiny little bit of Munich, and just
biscuit-like flavors.
Pilsner malt.
I dig it, man.
So,
I like your stuff so far.
oh, thank you.
So I have to know, what does Rattle Your DAGs get into it mean? I love cans, and I love reading cans, and so when I read something like that, I'm like, I gotta know what it means.
I'm learning a
So-
lot about New Zealand culture, let me tell you.
Are you dropping like New Zealand like phrases and stuff in regular life? Because I would do
haven't
that all the
started
time.
yet,
I would do
but-
that all the time.
If it's something obscene, it's okay on this show. Like you can.
Well,
say it.
it's kind of an old farm term. So dags are basically sheep shit that hang on the back of a sheep's ass. And
Oh wow!
Aren't you glad you asked?
My dog gets that sometimes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So when they run,
I had no name for it until now.
Me either.
Yeah.
Now I know.
they
Just
rattle.
get the
Lucky.
scissors and kind of cut them off.
Yeah.
I call them dingleberries.
Dingleberries, but this is way better,
This
right?
is a million
Dags.
times better.
Dags. So rattle your dags basically means like hurry up, get moving kind of thing.
Excellent.
So
I'm gonna use that from now on.
Me too. I'm actually kind of wondering if I'll get in trouble if I say it on the radio, because I feel like
absolutely
no one
not.
will know
Perfect.
what it means unless you know.
It just means hurry up.
yeah,
gosh.
pretty much. Just,
You can say that.
Hurry
I'm
up and
so
open the
dropping
can.
that on Moog and Jared.
So what kind of beer is this?
so this is the Pink Boots beer that we did.
All right.
Huh.
You know I had to drop this one in.
How could
Come
you
on.
not?
But it's actually been our best seller since it's been on tap. So
As a brewer, what do you think about the blend? It's
Um,
pretty rad, right?
Yeah, I thought I liked it. I thought it was really interesting, and I added a couple things to it.
Did
just
you?
to- mostly because we didn't have enough, but that was my fault. But
You don't have to. No, don't say that. You're like, it was a great blend. We really appreciate you, Yakima Chief Hops,
Hey.
No.
but you just need this little extra.
You did your part, man. That's cool.
yeah, no, it was good. I liked the blend. We added a little Southern Cross to it.
Ooh.
And we added a little bit of beet juice to try and make it pink, but
I'd say you succeeded.
Yeah.
It is slightly pink,
Yeah.
pinkish golden.
beet juice doesn't
Flesh
really make
colored,
beer
actually.
pink. But
the bigger the glass, the more pink it looks.
It tastes great, and the
Yeah.
aroma coming off of this just pops, man.
a little bit of kind of pineapple character.
I can see why you're selling this so well. This is a legit beer. However, I can see getting in a lot of trouble. It's 7.4%, and it does not drink like
No.
7.4%.
I know, all the Pink Boots beers this year ended up like that. They're a little sketchy.
They're all snipers.
Yeah.
Yes.
But this has been the fun thing about the Pink Boots beers is, you all were given basically this blend of hops, and run with it. And it's been so fun tasting what each brewery has done differently than the other one with this specific beer.
Well, it's so awesome too because right away, obviously, I was like, let's make a Pink Boots beer. And they were like, hell yeah. There was no hesitation.
Nice.
They wanted to support us immediately. They've already done a couple other fundraisers. Like,
Nice.
it's just a really good family and brewery.
Really integrating yourselves into the community. That's awesome.
Yeah, trying to, definitely, for sure. So.
Cool. So, brief, someone who's never been into Kairoa, why do you want to go to Kairoa?
The food is really good. I would go there for the food, for sure. Our menu is, and we have brunch too, so Saturday, Sunday brunch.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We have a really good executive chef, and she does a phenomenal job with the food.
Who else is in the kitchen?
Who else is in the kitchen? Ollie's in the kitchen. My brother's in the yeah, my brother's in the kitchen. So
That's
he,
when it's family, like it's really family. This is a really cool thing.
so he runs
This
the
guy's
kitchen.
so modest.
I know,
Like,
I'm
right?
like, just take it, like, it's okay. This is really cool.
Yeah, it's okay, man. It's
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
his,
some
his
rad stuff
other
going
brother
on.
works front of the house too. I mean,
So when you say like family owned and operated, it is legitimately family owned and operated.
Yeah, it is. I mean, and
Do you
we-
ever like get in it with your brothers and you're just like, come on? Like,
No, I don't see them. It's perfect.
there you go.
We're in like our own little sections.
You're like, hey, see that line over there?
Yeah.
That's your
No.
side. This is my side.
Yeah, no, we're all super busy, so we literally hardly even see each other. So, but it works well. Like we stay out of each other's way, kind of thing. And yeah,
well, your beer is really good. I'm sure the food is good. I'm gonna
Oh,
get
yeah.
there and try the lamb tacos.
yeah,
so
you
yeah,
definitely
lamb
should.
is a huge theme on the menu. Chicken, eggs, and beets.
Ooh.
Beets.
We got a burger with beets on it.
So you got the
Nice.
beets.
Which
kind of a. It's called a Kiwi
I'm
burger.
sorry.
I know
How
you
could
had
you
to.
not? How could you not?
It's kind of a New Zealand style burger, so it has a beet relish on there. Beets are really common to put on burgers in New Zealand. And then an egg too, a fried egg on there.
Well, because you got to put an egg on it.
You have to add that extra protein, you know?
Yeah.
And also just the feel of Kairoa too. It feels just, the decor is so clean.
This is
lots of
like,
plants.
well, that's just like the best way that I know how to describe it. Like everything is just very like clean and nice, and like the plants everywhere. It's just like a fun atmosphere to just hang out in.
Like 30 years from now, the decor will still hold up because there's nothing too trendy or bougie about it. It's so clean and open and inviting.
We've never had anybody bring plants on the show.
I know.
This is,
I kind of like want
this
to
is a good
require
feel.
it
Okay,
now.
so if you like these, we just put in a bunch of new stag ferns that you have to come check out. They're really cute.
There you
I
go.
dig it.
So you guys are right there on Park Avenue, right? Like
Park in
where,
Madison.
right where the big sign is. You can't miss it. Across the street from Small Bar. Nicole, Joe, thank you so much for coming by Beer for Breakfast. We really
Welcome to the
appreciate
neighborhood.
it.
Keep
Welcome.
making great beers.
Yes.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us for another. This is what happens when you do
She's
4
cut
beers.
off.
This is what happens when you do 4 beers.
Beer for breakfast.
Beer for breakfast too. Remember, Friday morning, Paul will be on with the Moog Show around 9:10 to tell you what you should be drinking this week, and I'm sure it's going to be Kairoa. And I think that we should tell Moog and Jared to rattle your dags because they're gonna have no idea what we're talking about.
I agree. We had
Are
a
you
mess
excited?
with them.
Are
Yeah.
you excited? Yeah, me too. I'm really, really excited.
I'm excited to call them like cheeky buggers.
Yeah, right? Oh, this is going to be so fun. Oh, they're going to be so upset. Thank you so much for joining us, and cheers to independent, locally owned craft beer.
Cheers.
Cheers.
91X.